All right, so check this out. We just got brand new Starfield info with new gameplay shots and yes, a look at our robot buddy who will be roaming around planets with us, it seems. And check this out right here, new concept art showcasing what appears to be pets and children in our livable space. So that's really, really cool. And we have shots of new planets we will be exploring. This looks absolutely frigid and cold. I'm sure that there's some survivability aspects to this game. I'm really curious about that, by the way. And yeah, Todd Howard and company, they've been very busy talking about Starfield today. So we're going to dive into all the juicy new details right now, starting with the new gameplay shot, stuff that you're missing because it's going by very quickly. We have this one right here to the right of the cockpit, out the window. Take a look. You see our robot friend waving to us, which means some of these robots might have quite the personality, and I'm curious to see if we can actually customize them or just get different models. But the graphics here look absolutely beautiful. Hopefully this is actually what it looks like, by the way. But yeah, moving on, we have this concept art here, which piqued my interest the most because there's so much going on here. We have, of course, the cat, which could indicate that we could have pets in space. And then we have children, which I don't know if this means we will be able to have our own family like we've seen in Fable games. That's going to be interesting to see if they tackle that one. We'll have to wait and find out. But then we have this robot buddy over to the left. He's literally wearing a hat. I kid you not. This guy's got quite the personality. And yes, he appears to have some sort of backpack on him, which I assume is for the kid here. But some really cool stuff going on here in this shot. But plus there's a plant here. So perhaps we will be able to have like plant life around that we could take care of and produce oxygen. We'll have to find out if that ends up being true or not, but that makes a lot of sense. But this looks absolutely frigid cold right here. This shot is really interesting because it appears to be two people by this rover type vehicle, and it looks like they're exploring together, which again indicates that you might not have to go it alone on your journeys here, that there might be companions. That's very common in Bethesda games, Fallout, Skyrim, things like that. So you know what? Honestly, I would expect that. And then we have the lone survivor shot here in Superman's ice fortress. No, I'm just kidding. It kind of looks like that though. But this shot is really, really cool because I don't know, perhaps there's some rare materials here, minerals that we can mine. This shot here is very interesting. It shows our life support systems, our power of our, ship, and the gravity, it appears like, is going to be at play here now. I did a video more recently about a Starfield leak, and it talked about this stuff, gravity. It talked about robot companions. The robot companions thing is very interesting because that was not revealed yet. So check out that video in the description below on more possible insights into Starfield. But this looks really, really cool. Remember, there appears to be base building in this game, some sort of base building mechanics that will be happening with Starfield. If we can build something like this, that would be really cool. This looks like more of a simple area. Now, this is definitely on a planet because you could see on the outside window to the left, it does not appear to be in some sort of space station, although I would expect there to be space stations and things like that. Mentioning that, check this out. This is one of the larger spaceships that we have seen so far. I am really curious to see how big these spaceships actually get, but perhaps we will have to have help from our robot buddy to really manage spaceships like this. Perhaps it will actually be a requirement to upkeep this type of thing. That'd be really, really interesting. Now, if we keep going here, we have another concept art right here showcasing another spaceship landing. These are really cool looking. It seems like there's going to be a wide variety of models. Perhaps they'll be separated into different styles and meanings. One for mining, one for combat. At least that's according to leaks and rumors. And that would make a lot of sense. No Man's Sky does a similar thing. So it would be really, really cool to be able to take on bounty hunting missions with the combat style vessel. Then we have our first look at what appears to be a dining kit. This is going to be, of course, how you keep your character alive and well, perhaps. Maybe there's going to be certain perks and bonuses that you can obtain through eating. But it looks like you can actually perhaps put together a kit. There might be more to this, and this is me speculating right now. Perhaps we could put together a kit to get certain bonuses while out in the field. That would be really, really cool, and to me, makes a lot of sense. check out this. This is absolutely beautiful. Perhaps we're activating some sort of warp drive system. I don't know if that's going to be in the game, but it's gonna, you're going to have to be able to travel across space very, very quickly, of course, if we're talking about getting to planet to planet. So I'm curious to see what type of warp drive systems we will have in this game. It seems like there's going to be several different types of minerals and, you know, resources that we have to obtain. Now, they showcase, this is really interesting. They showcase this footage right here. I'll show you from Skyrim, of course, of picking up objects. This is going to be a thing that you can actually expect in Starfield, picking up objects. And that makes a lot of sense because this game, as Todd Howard actually mentioned, is all about exploration. This one is more about exploration than even Skyrim, than even Fallout. In fact, he says there's, it almost feels like there's 2 opening sequences in this game, like 2 moments where you're like, wow, instead of just the 1 moment where you're stepping out of the vault, you know, there's actually 2. And there's a lot of theories as to what that means. One where you're introduced to, you know, a world of Starfield, and the other where you're actually introduced to space flight. I think that's going to be an absolutely huge mechanic, being introduced to actually taking off from, you know, the ground and going into space. It's going to be really, really cool to see what happens with that one. But yeah, I'm curious to see how this one shapes up compared to the Elder Scrolls franchise. It's definitely a big endeavor. They did again say that they're still working on the game, working out the bugs and things like that. They're very confident though about the upcoming release date in 2022, fall of 2022. We'll see if they can nail that down. I really, really hope they do. But from these concept arts, the game is looking absolutely beautiful. And it looks like there's a wide variety on offer here to actually explore, from, you know, your rural areas to your more alien life forms. And also, then you have your cityscapes. You know, I did a video also, I have to mention this really fast, about how there's like cyberpunk neon cities in Starfield, which is really, really cool. Check out that video on the channel, by the way. I'll throw it in the comments or the description as well, so you can find it easily. But man, I'm going to be covering this game big time. And then there's the more derelict spaceships that you might be running across, hidden treasures in there. But you know, when it comes to alien life, it seems like that's still very much a mystery in Starfield. It doesn't seem like you're just going to be running into alien life, you know, right there. It's going to take you some doing to explore. Now that's going to be part of the adventure with Starfield for sure. And I cannot wait to get into this game and actually meet perhaps my first alien, and of course our robot friend here who looks really, really cool. I wonder what his name is. If you can give the robot one name, what would it be? Sound off in the comments below. But yeah, I'm going to keep you guys up to date on all things Starfield. 2022 is going to be absolutely huge for this game. I'm also keeping you guys in the know about all things Cyberpunk 2077 as well. So stay tuned for that, because I think 2022 could be huge for both of these games. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully this one turns out to be amazing. We'll see. But thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more Starfield and yes, Cyberpunk and open world gaming goodness. And I will see you all next time. Take care.